everybody. My name is Miss Caro. I am a school counselor here at Ocean View, and I wanted to share a technique that I very frequently use with our students. It is a student-centered technique, client-centered technique that can bring great benefits for our students. I do want to talk about some basic assumptions before I move into a scenario in which we're going to try to help one of our students that's having some difficulties. So basic assumptions before we do use this technique with any of our students, the individual has to have the capacity to self-regulate when they're and be aware of what is happening to and around them. We do focus in this technique in present issues, but sometimes we do have to visit the past and the future in order to solve a current issue. Also, an assumption, a healthy person is a whole person in who all parts can interact to form one. And the key to psychological well-being is fully alive and present in this moment. So present has a lot to do with Gestalt therapy. There's times when this is appropriate to use. Some of those examples are when a client is interested in working on their own self-awareness or a lifestyle change to work on individual problems, to treat clients who are suffering from anxiety, depression, self-esteem issues, phobias, etc. Also, when a client experiencing physical problems like stomach aches and headaches that can be related to some sort of stress-causing issue. And the example we're going to use with our client today, or our student, is when the client feels like they're not living to their fullest potential or feels so overwhelmed that they can't enjoy the regular activities. The client and student we're going to be focusing on today, she's having issues in deciding what to do after her senior year. She doesn't know whether to go into direct sales and hopefully become a millionaire, from what she told me, or to go to college, earn a degree, and focus on a career with an educational degree. So what we're going to use is what's called an empty chair technique. This is a Gestalt technique in which the empty chair is often used to resolve a conflict between a person or two people or different people. The empty chair technique may help become people aware of their self-judgments, their responses to those judgments, as well as develop some compassion for themselves. So in this technique with our student, what we're going to do is we are going to have a virtual meeting. As we know, it's COVID time, so we have to find ways to still meet with our students. And this way, it's going to be virtual. We are going to meet through Zoom. And what I'm going to ask her to do is to imagine a chair next to me. This chair can be the chair of direct sales after college, and the chair she's sitting in, which will be the chair of getting a college degree. And seeing the pros and cons, she should be able to self-regulate, self-reflect on what those pros and cons would be, and hopefully that will help her make a good educated decision based off what she's feeling, so she hopefully doesn't feel as overwhelmed anymore and can go on with her day-to-day activities, which are consuming her right now. Thank you so much. We are going to move into the student meeting. I hope you guys learn from it, and if you have any questions, reach out to me. Thank you. Okay, I'm recording. Hi, Jasmine. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good. I got your email in regards to your stress level. Do you want to tell me a little bit more what's going on?
Yeah, I've just been stressed about choosing what I want to do after high school. There's just so many options out there. And right now I'm indecisive between going to college and getting a degree, or my cousin, she does like this direct sales company and she's making good money. So I'm also leaning towards that. And I just don't know what path I want to do.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough choice, right? You have so many doors open for you, and it makes it so difficult to choose the one thing that's right for you. So
Yeah.
I want to help you in this process. And in this, we're going to do something a little different. It might sound a little weird, but I feel like it's going to help you better analyze your situation and see what's the best choice for yourself.
Okay.
So right now I see you're sitting in your bed. So I want you to imagine, you're there on your bed, and I want you to imagine where you're sitting right now as being the route of you taking the college route, right? So you said there's college and there's direct sales. So that would be the college round. I want you to analyze all the pros and the cons of going to college and getting a degree. And then besides me, I want you to imagine there's a chair in which you can sit and think about all the pros and cons of going to into a direct sales company with your cousin. Okay?
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's really
cool. Okay, so let's go
good.
ahead and start where you're sitting now.
So some pros of going to college is I'll get more job opportunities and I'll further my education. You know, I won't just make it to high school, I'll go into college as well. And those are some pros I could think about.
Okay, all right.
But
Yeah, go ahead.
some cons is that I would most likely have a boss
Mhm.
for the rest of my life. And there's just so many options out there that I'm not sure like what would fit for me, what would be the best major for me, or
Okay.
the best, yeah.
Okay. So you're a little undecisive on like what to go
Yeah.
for if you do go to college. Okay. Okay. And then I want you to think about now this other chair where if you decide to go into direct sales, what would be the pros and what would be the cons?
Okay, so the pros, if I go into direct sales, will be I could work at my own pace and in my own time, you know. And also, I had it. I won't have a boss. I mean, I'll have a team. I'll build a team, and the most of the business is already built for you, so you won't spend that money to build that business. But then the con is that I'll be like risking it, sort of. You know, if I'm not putting the work into it, then I'm not gonna get the results I want. So
Okay. So just hearing some of the things you've mentioned, it seems like the boss part, right? The boss
yeah.
part is big for you. So it's
Yeah.
something to think about.
Mhm.
All right. So how are
Yeah.
you feeling? What would Jasmine now decide from hearing what you said?
Um, I really like both. You know, it's if I could do both, I would love to, but I just feel like it would be a bit complicated to do both, but I know I could do both. Um, but yeah, I'm feeling a little bit more ease talking to someone with it, like talking to you about it, because, you know, with my parents, they just know that it's all about school and they don't believe in direct sales and all of that. So it is good to talk to you, someone that would understand it a bit more.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Yeah, just to get a different perspective.
yeah, it's always
And
good.
yeah, so I challenge you to keep analyzing the situation.
Yeah,
You still have some time, so don't stress out. No matter when, it's never too late to start something. So just live in the moment, be present
yeah,
now, and just analyze how you're feeling. And then always feel free to reach out to me, send me another email, and we can definitely schedule something like this again.
perfect.
All
Thank you.
right. Thank you, Jasmine. Have a good night.
Bye. Thank you.